The first Back to the Future is a better movie because it's just cooler. I don't mean cooler like damn cold. Cooler in all aspects. Technology, design, balance, originality. It presented a new combination of sci-fi movie staples. The parking lot scene alone stands up against the second and third movies combined. Everyone knows that the third Back to the Future movie was the worst of the three, for reasons we don't have to get into here.
Unbelievable.
As such, I will mostly disregard the third movie and treat it like the dirty, dirty money grab it is.
Save the clock tower! Where were we?
By all rights, the second and third movies can and should be thought of together, since they were both written and shot at the same time.
Marty, you're gonna have to do something about those clothes.
Many say the hoverboard alone makes part 2 the best.
He's on a hoverboard!
The first movie didn't even have a hoverboard. And it can't be argued that hoverboards are incredibly cool. Like, really incredibly cool. I agree. But something that is cooler than a board that hovers? A car that flies. I don't have to go into the huge number of ways that a flying car is cooler and therefore better than a board you can stand on that doesn't touch the ground. But I will say that, at the very least, a flying car will work on water. This is, of course, as long as it works at all, but the same could be said for hoverboards. The future that Part 2 predicted had a lot of cool stuff that we were seeing for the very first time.
Our laces, all right.
Drying mode on.
Oh, God!
And some of it even kind of ended up coming true.
Hey, the big M.
Some a bit less so.
You have to use your hands? That's like a baby's toy.
But the first movie had a lot of its own cool technology in the form of Doc's inventions.
Listen, Doc. Doc.
Don't
Doc,
tell me
you gotta-
anything.
Doc, you gotta help.
Quiet.
And some of the coolest tech was actually from the last scene of the first movie.
Back to the future.
These are aspects of the future from the second movie appearing in the first movie, which detracts from how original the second movie is.
No, Doc, I just got here, okay?
Biff's alternate future. There are some cool parts of all this, I suppose. Who doesn't like boobs? And seeing the DeLorean punch Biff out was cool, as unbelievable as that angle was.
Nice shot, Doc!
But in the end, this whole section of the movie seems dark and dirty, and you kind of want Marty to just like shoot Biff and leave. Why didn't he just do that? Just walk in there and blast him away with a shotgun, which I imagine is probably pretty easy to track down in that timeline. It's not like it's gonna matter anyways when they end up erasing this entire timeline out of existence. I guess that would require the character becoming psychotic or something. We like the non-patricidal Marty. This isn't to say that the second and third movies are bad. The second Back to the Future is obviously a great movie. The event revisitation where Marty is watching earlier scenes from a different angle is very, very cool.
Yeah, I'd like to have that in writing. Yeah, me too.
But this kind of thing did happen in the first movie, so it loses points for originality. Even the third movie had its cool parts, if you were into that kind of stuff. The first movie's cool parts just had more substance and newness. And a character to it that the others just lacked. It's like if Back to the Future were a hot slice of apple pie, filling and sweet. Part 2 would be the ice cream. Very sweet, but not much without the pie. And the third would be that bitter post-dessert coffee. Nice for the first couple of sips after all that sweet dessert, but too much and it'll keep you up at night. So you can't really deny that, all things considered, the first Back to the Future movie is in a class of its own.
What did I tell you?
Which means that the first Back to the Future is the best Back to the Future.
This is what makes time travel possible. The flux capacitor.
If you agree or disagree, comment.